Did you see that this Palestinian protester was detained by ICE and had his status revoked because of Trump's executive order that labels any pro-Palestinian protester as a terrorist sympathizer? Mahmoud Khalil is a green card holder who was born in a Palestinian refugee camp in Syria. Mahmoud came to the United States in 2019 to pursue his master's degree at Columbia University, and in 2024, he was an active participant in all the protests that were happening. The entire time, he was advocating for pro-Palestinian rights for the people of Gaza. Now, because of his activism, the Trump administration is trying to label him as a pro-Hamas sympathizer and that he was engaging in anti-Semitism. And yes, while there were instances of anti-Semitism during this Columbia protest, but Mahmoud was calling out the anti-Semitism, saying that there is no place for it. What we are witnessing is anti-Palestinian sentiment that's taking different forms, and anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism are some of these forms. Mahmoud led protests, gave speeches, and even tried to end the encampment. And because of his activism for his people, Mahmoud is being targeted by the Trump administration's executive order to take away any visas or green cards for any activist on campus that is pro-Hamas. They're trying to make an example of him that when ICE showed up at his house, they said, "We're going to take your student visa." And he said, "I have a green card." And ICE said, "Fine, we'll take that too." Which is why Marco Rubio said we'll be revoking the visas or green cards. Whatever you have, we're coming after you. Now, a judge has temporarily blocked Mahmoud's deportation, but he still sits at a detention center in Louisiana with his wife begging for him to be released because she is 8 months pregnant and she wants the father of her child to be there for the child's birth. The Trump administration is trying to paint peaceful protesters as terrorists, and that should worry everyone. And remember, to keep up with news stories like these, sign up for my newsletter, check out my podcast or one of my other social media channels, link in bio.